Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video I want to talk to you a little bit about why the anxious, preoccupied attachment style individual might ghost somebody in a relationship. So as I've said in the previous parts of this series, this isn't a video about saying like it's okay to ghost people or anything like that. What this is about is me giving you the root causes and patterns of why this might be taking place in the first place in a relationship with a specific attachment style, and some of what the root patterns or causes might be that I observe quite frequently, so that you can have clarity and that you can then take closure. And at the end of this video, I will give you a script for how to approach somebody if this has been something that's occurred in the relationship. So this is a question I get asked all the time. We're going to dive into it. Before I do, we are doing our lifetime membership sale. It's so exciting that we've launched these. So we have them open now, and I'll put them in the description box below, as well as the With You coupon code for 25% off 3 or 6 month membership bundles. And again, these memberships give you access to all 30 plus previously recorded courses. All the courses come with in-depth workbooks, reprogramming tools, strategies, exercises, things that actually integrate this work. And it's just so much more in depth than this YouTube channel because of the fact that, you know, there's 3 hours of a course and there's workbook materials, and we've got our supportive community with 4 live webinars a week. You get access to all previously recorded webinars in the school. And then also our Discord chat channel for our community, our forum internal inside of the school, and all that really exciting stuff. So link in the box below. I'll put a card on this video as well. And let's talk about this topic. So often what I see is anxious, preoccupied attachment style individuals tend to, if they do ghost somebody in a relationship, they do so the least out of all 3 insecure attachment styles. But usually it's because they are afraid of the abandonment associated with the conversation. So when you look at, for example, it's interesting. Like, even if the anxious, preoccupied is the one doing the ghosting, is the one that's no longer interested in the relationship or wants to take the space, they don't like the idea of having to close a door completely on a potential connection or relationship, because it tends to trigger feelings of abandonment or feelings of being alone that are stored at a subconscious level for this individual in the first place. So because the brain is wired to avoid pain, they avoid having the conversation that this relationship is over, because they're actually avoiding feeling what it feels like to feel that a relationship is over. So it's a really unique and interesting dynamic, and it's such a pattern I've seen with many anxious, preoccupied when I've had these conversations about why they leave a relationship sort of open-ended that way. And they can also share different parts of like the fearful avoidant. It's more like the fearful avoidant is sharing the anxious side, but they can ghost also because they don't trust themselves to set boundaries and actually close a relationship completely. They can ghost because they feel the guilt of saying goodbye, and they really don't like hurting people's feelings. And so that guilt can be triggered, the I am bad, even like some shame can be triggered by closing a relationship from that perspective as well. And sometimes they can be in a dynamic with somebody where they can think, and this sounds bad, but it's in innocence for the anxious, preoccupied. And again, please everybody be nice in the comments to all attachment styles. But it can also be because they can want to like leave a potential relationship open in case something else doesn't work out, because they can really fear being alone. And if that's a traumatic event that's taken place, or there's been enough repetition of at least a painful event that it's living in your nervous system or subconscious mind as a trauma, then you can really go to great lengths to avoid feeling those things that we're terrified to feel and that are painful imprints in the first place. And so sometimes it can be like, well, I don't want to just close a relationship and say it's over and have that finality to it, because what if I do want to go back? What if I do change my mind? What if things do open back up? And so it's sometimes safer for this individual to leave things open-ended. But again, I would still say anxious, preoccupied tend to do this the least out of the 3 insecure attachment styles. So I hope that makes sense so far in terms of like the root causes. And let's talk about a potential script. So if you are somebody who's been ghosted by an anxious, preoccupied, you might just say something like this. Hey, I notice our communication has ended, but that doesn't have to mean that our interaction between the two of us or our care for each other going into the future has to end. I want you to know I really appreciated our time together. I'm not upset with you that things didn't work out, and I really want to wish you the best, and I hope that we can leave things on good terms. And this, again, all three of these scripts are like just small variations, but this addresses a few things, okay? It's like, I don't want the healthy interaction between us. Like, we could, basically insinuating we could stay friends, or we can just have, you know, a text message exchange here and there sometimes. Things that really feed into that person. Like, oh yeah, it's nice to have that connection there and available, and leave things sort of open in the sense of we could always reconnect if it's meant to be, things like that. And a lot of anxious, preoccupied individuals sort of feel that way as they end relationships. Like, maybe it didn't work out now, but maybe it could in the future. And again, I'm particularly imagining when I make these videos that these are sort of in like the dating phases of a relationship, because most people aren't ghosting a breakup after there's been an actual long-term relationship. Although I do see sometimes in certain cases in long-distance relationships that can take place. So let's go back to this for a second. I sort of sidetracked. So by having that form of communication, you're sort of opening the door for things to leave on a positive note. You're allowing interactions to be there should there be a healthy, positive future. And anxious preoccupieds usually aren't afraid of like, oh, you're gonna like invade my boundaries or anything like that. And then you're also saying, you know, I appreciated you, I appreciated our interactions, and like, let's leave things on a healthy note. So you're not forcing them to try to have to uphold their own boundaries, because you're insinuating that sense of closure within that conversation dynamic. So I hope that all makes sense. This brings to a close the ghosting series. If you guys want a video about why securely attached individuals might ghost, then that is something I can definitely add. I just see that it's like far and few between that happens. So I figured that it would be more important to focus on the insecurely attached individuals. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're getting a lot of value out of this channel, and I will see you in the next video.